Miami, sun-drenched paradise. But beneath the glitz, a darkness festered. Ocean Drive, a ribbon of neon and vice, pulsed with a different kind of lifeblood cocaine. And two predators circled, jaws open, ready to tear the city apart. The Ocean Drive Sharks, led by Rico Reza Santana, a man forged in the crucible of Little Havana. His eyes, black ice, held the promise of violence. His crew, loyal soldiers, controlled the north side, their grip fueled by fear and respect. South Beach, the Stinger's domain. Manny Viper Vargas, a ghost in designer suits, ruled with cold calculation. His ambition knew no bounds, his ruthlessness whispered on the humid night air. Theirs was the South, a playground of wealth and desperation. Theirs was a rivalry born in blood, nurtured by greed. Each deal, each corner, a battleground in a war for control of Miami's soul. And as the stakes rose, so did the body count. The streets, once vibrant, now echoed with the sirens of a city on the brink.
The first shot fired was a whisper, lost in the thump of a nightclub bass line. A shark found gutted in an alley behind a South Beach club. Retaliation was swift, brutal. Two stingers, riddled with bullets, left sprawled on a pool table in a Little Havana dive. The violence escalated. Drive-by shootings shattered the night. Dealers caught in the crossfire became collateral damage. Fear was a contagion, spreading through the city like wildfire. Tourists, once oblivious, now saw the cracks in paradise. Fueled by rage and cocaine, I wanted blood. My lieutenant Marco, a man who understood the language of violence, urged caution, but I was deaf to reason. I craved vengeance, a reckoning for my fallen soldier.
I, a serpent in an Armani suit, saw opportunity in the chaos. I played my rivals, manipulating events from the shadows. My lieutenant, Isabella, a woman as sharp as a switchblade, questioned my motives. But I trusted no one, only the cold calculus of power.
The city held its breath. The streets, once alive with music and laughter, were now haunted by the ghosts of the fallen. Mothers clutched their children closer, their eyes filled with fear. The American dream, once so tantalizingly close, now felt like a distant mirage. Father Michael, a beacon of hope in the decaying heart of Little Havana, watched his neighborhood crumble. He had seen too many young men lost to the streets, their potential extinguished by bullets and despair. His church, once a sanctuary, now served as a makeshift morgue. Across town in the opulent mansions of South Beach, the wealthy elite remained insulated from the violence. They sipped their cocktails, their laughter echoing through the night, oblivious to the blood staining the city they called home. The police, outmatched and outgunned, struggled to maintain order. Detective Martinez, a veteran of Miami's mean streets, knew this war was different. The lines were blurred, the violence indiscriminate. He feared the city was teetering on the precipice of anarchy.
My grip on Little Havana is slipping. Manny's got his web of informants and dirty cops all over the place, tightening like a noose.
Whispers of dissent are spreading through the sharks. Paranoia and dwindling profits are fueling the fire. It's only a matter of time before betrayal takes root.
Marco, torn between loyalty and survival, saw the writing on the wall. He had always been Rico's conscience, a voice of reason in the storm. But even his loyalty had its limits. He knew that to survive, he might have to make a choice that would haunt him forever.
Isabella, sensing weakness in our rivals, urged me to strike. The time is right, she argued, to crush the Sharks and claim Miami for our own.
But Manny, ever the strategist, hesitated. He smelled a trap, a game within a game.
Detective Martinez, working tirelessly, caught a break. A whispered name, a location, a chance to end the bloodshed. But as he closed in, he realized he was a pawn in a much larger game, one where the players were as ruthless as they were invisible.
Distrust festered within the Sharks. Rico, his mind clouded by cocaine and paranoia, saw enemies everywhere. His once unwavering gaze darted around, suspecting even his closest allies. The brotherhood, forged in blood and loyalty, began to crack.
Marco found himself walking a tightrope. He juggled his loyalty to Rico with the growing realization that their downfall was imminent. Each meeting, every whispered conversation, felt heavy with unspoken truths and the bitter tang of betrayal.
Manny, a master manipulator, exploited the cracks in the Sharks' armor. He planted seeds of doubt, nurturing them with promises of power and riches. His whispers of dissent spread like a virus, infecting the ranks and turning brother against brother.
A tense meeting at a secluded waterfront warehouse crackled with suspicion. My eyes, bloodshot, accused my men of treachery.
Marco, caught in the crosshairs, felt his stomach clench. The moment of truth had arrived.